Yo, welcome to day 5-7, baby. Gonna be a great day today. Gonna be gorgeous outside. It was gorgeous outside yesterday, which is just mad great for February. Did a lot of biking yesterday, played frisbee on the green by the water. It was epic, just an epic all around day. And I love to do things while I'm working out. Part of my workout plan is to be aerobic. So any kind of exercise that I'm doing, I want to make sure I'm raising my heart rate, getting a good sweat, getting a good burn, and feeling good. And that's what we did yesterday. I'm going to do a new thing now as I'm starting to get low. Every time I break another plateau, I'm going to share those numbers with you. So I hit 157 yesterday. This is the breakdown on my Renpho scale of all the numbers, just to give you an idea where things are at. This is why I absolutely love this scale. You can freeze and pause the video. Just take a look at what those numbers are. See if I can get a little closer. And that's what I love about this scale. It gives you a complete breakdown of where you're at. Not only does it tell you your weight, your body fat, your subcutaneous fat, which I just broke 10. Visceral fat is the fat over your organs, which I just hit 4. I'm 157 pounds, so I'm down almost 20 pounds. But as you get low, it gets super, super hard. I'm 6 feet tall, 157 pounds at 11.3% body fat. So on our way to breaking into the 10s, which is mad exciting. It's not even March yet. It's the end of February. So I'm perfect pace for where I'm trying to be. Just absolutely shredded after 100 plus days. So we're on day 57. We are cooking with fire. We are killing it. Getting good conversations in the chat. Really appreciate that. It's good to start a little connection, a community where you can go talk about fitness, not just with cats if you're doing a certain kind of program, not just with those cats, with like-minded cats, generation, older, middle, younger, so we can all talk about how we can boost each other up, get in the best shape of our lives. As I've said before, the time for knocking each other down and talking shit, that was in our 20s, that was in our teens. In the world we're living in now, the community that we reside in with bodybuilding, we know that it's 1% of the population that does what we do. So it's important to lift up the guys and girls next to you, help them become better versions of ourselves, and completely and continually share that knowledge. We want to raise people up to do the right thing, to learn discipline. We'll create a better world that way. And it starts with fitness. It starts with keeping our word, integrity, honor, discipline. Those are things that you need to have in order to get absolutely shredded, to have the full 6, the full 8, the full 10 pack out. Anybody who's got a 6-pack, you see another guy like that and you're trying to get one or you already have one, you know what kind of work they do. You already know what kind of life they lead. They are eating healthy. They're making good choices, probably not out late, working on their body, sharing that knowledge, and that's what we do. Without further ado, I am mad thirsty. I've been sipping on that compressed beets, which I absolutely love. That was, the idea was told to me by Spook World, a gentleman that's a subscriber on our channel here. Absolutely great. I got this from Amazon, $40. You can get a cheaper version at like Walmart, but it's just beets. This has beets, red spinach, and pomegranate. It's an essential ingredient for cutting fat, boosting metabolism. It's only got 6 grams of carbs, 2 grams of fiber, so really 4 grams of carbs, and 4 grams of sugar and no added sugar. So that's really the extent of the sugar that I get for the day. When I'm around the house, when I'm not at the gym, when I'm just doing odds and ends stuff, I always like to keep a juice with me. It's always going to be this one I'm going to be sipping on throughout the day. And then later in the day, I actually feel the pump and feel the roll of that in me. I love it. And it's natural, so you can't lose. So I got 2 juices already. One still made from yesterday from the bike ride we went on that I didn't finish. And that's something I really like to do. Anything in your free time. You know, a lot of my buddies play pickleball. That's not something I want to do. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it, but I tend to, you know, at 51 years old, I tend to know what I can do and what I can't do anymore. And I'm just so afraid of doing something else and hurting myself where I can't continue the program. So riding bikes, playing Frisbee, being down by the water on a gorgeous day, that's the extent of what I'm going to do at 51. I don't want to take the chance of rolling my ankle or anything like that. Juice going in the bag. And, you know, it depends where you are in your life. If I was in my 30s, I probably wouldn't care as much. But being in my 50s, being and having to rely on my legs, my feet, because it's something I do, I don't want to hurt myself. And I already have a couple little nagging things that are bothering me. My toe, I kind of hyperextended it a couple weeks ago. That's on the healing mend. And I'm just a little sore, you know. These guys are getting done with pickleball, and they're absolutely whooped. They don't want to do shit the next day. I don't want to be like that because I got 7 days in a row. We're doing mad cardio. Today, just a cardio day, but it's an hour. I got an hour in the treadmill. And although we're positive and we're trying to think about good things, fat burner, it's still an hour. L-arginine, L-citrulline. It's my pump. Nitrous to the body. Take it down with the beats. So, I just want to go easy. I don't want to do 25 things. A lot of my friends out here are in their 30s. You know, they don't know yet. When I was in my 30s, I didn't know either. So I'm not mad at them, but they just don't know. You know, I get tired, and after a full day, I'm up at 4:30 today. These cats are still sleeping. You know what I'm saying? So listen, let's get down on the floor. We're going to bang these stretches. I feel so pumped about where we're at, what level we are, what weight I am. And that just fuels you to keep on going super strong, because any day now the scale could stop moving for a couple days. So I want to make sure, like that cheese block, if you remember, if you're watching along and you remember, like week 1 or week 2, I went to a dinner party and had that giant ball of what normally would be port wine cheese, but in this case it was like a brie and blue cheese with almonds and shit. And then they tossed out the crackers, and before I knew it, I was 16 crackers in, a bunch of cheese, and I just fucked up a bunch of shit, and it was hard to get back. But we kept working, we kept our head down, we fought through it, we made better choices, went to bed early, and here I am at 157. So, did we put ourselves back with that cheese block? Hell yeah. Do we want to make better choices? And if we're going to have a little snack like that, it's got to be contained. You know what I mean? When you're cutting, I just don't want to be around shit like that. It's easier for me at work because I know I don't eat at work. You know what I mean? It's just something I don't do. I've been doing it for a long time. All right. Enough rambling. We're getting on the floor. We're banging these stretches out. Now more important than ever, with all the cardio we're doing, 45 minutes on days that I lift, an hour on days that I don't lift. That's just cardio. And keep in mind, my program that I'm doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, it's all with active rests. So I'm working abs straight through the set, only 2 sets, 15 reps per set, but you're going max velocity. You know what I mean? You're not leaving anything extra in the tank. I'm doing it with about 75%, 80% as we ramp up in the program, max weight. And let me tell you, starting with push-ups and pull-ups, getting into the weights and the active rest, I am fucking spent by the time I get on that treadmill. And then it's only 45 minutes, but I've just killed abs for an hour of rocking abs. And I'm getting the results because of it. You know, I love that active rest, and I see other guys in the gym in between sets on their phone, in a fucking conversation. I talked to a guy that I knew the other day at the gym, and he's like, oh, I see you're working out. A lot of guys don't know what I do. A lot of guys do know, but there's a bunch of guys that I bullshit with at the gym or give the head nod to, and they don't know the ins and outs, the intricacies, if you will, of my workout. They don't know that I keep a log, and that's what the guy said the other day. He was like, I showed him the Renfo scale chart, and he said, oh, you keep a record? As if I'm just going to the gym to make conversation. Fucking cracks me up. I mean, good guy, but you know what I'm saying? I love seeing guys there with a notebook, the old school way. I used to do that before the iPhone was big. Bring a notebook, pen, paper, write down the shit, keep a log. That's how you get better. Don't think you're like some nerd at the gym. Nobody gives a shit about that. We all care about progress. So whatever brings you to progress, helps you keep your word, stay on track, I applaud that shit. So do you, baby. Gonna bang these, ooh, that feels good. I know that we got an hour of cardio, but I also know that it's only an hour, and at 157 pounds, in order for me to get lower, I gotta do cardio. It's just bottom line. And I know that. So while I'm on that treadmill, while I'm on level 4 at 3.3, cranking, dripping sweat, and I don't start sweating really till 20 minutes because I'm so low. It's not like it's a workout because I do it on level 4, but it's not horrible. I live on the 3rd floor of my condo. That don't bother me. Bothers a lot of people. I love it. Gives me the opportunity to work out. Anytime I got to do something like that, some labor-intensive thing for my life, not working out, just for my life, loading the car, bringing shit downstairs, bringing out the trash, bringing out bulk items. I look at it like it's an added way for me to work out. And I don't feel so bad about it. You know what I'm saying? Embrace the suck, baby, which I have, you can tell. All right. Banging up. Oh, man, the lighter I get, the better I feel right here. You know what I mean? It's really funny when you start doing these exercises and you start getting lighter, you can really feel your body weight. I mean, you're lifting the top half of your torso, just to give you an idea, but it's a weight difference you feel. I feel tight, and I love that feeling. If you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. I love being shredded and tight. There's no other feeling. And from all the walking and stuff and the cardio we do on the treadmill, legs are starting to get great definition anyways. Legs were part of the workout yesterday, so I buried goblet squats and leg extensions and planks and leg raises for 20, multiple sets, heel touches, which I love. That's almost my rest ab. I did side planks too, and then I did a lot of kettlebell work. Over the head, 10, 3 sets of 10 that way, and then I did kettlebell where you bring it around like this, and then you do the other way, 3 sets of 10 as well. Back's just getting absolutely shredded. Delts are mad tight when I turn. Lean back. Really feel that stress, especially in the quad. Feels really good at the same time too, though. So I brought my favorite sweatpants to the tailor yesterday because I was getting a rip along the side. I could feel it while I was doing treadmill work. And that's become my boy there now. Good guy. Him and his wife run the shop. If you're in town, I think it's called, if you happen to be watching this video and you're living in Lake Havasu, it's like embroidery something. It's right on like Havasu Avenue South. And the guy and his wife are absolutely fabulous. Just good, solid human beings. And those are the kind of people I like to support, especially with business. So I'm putting on the super saggy butt sweatpants. You know, one thing a lot of people don't acknowledge, and I know it's not a major deal because when you're heavy, you're like, oh, that's your problem. I would love that problem. I hear shit like that all the time from my friends. But buying pants or shorts are fucking nightmare because that just tells you the shape of the rest of the population. I wear 28 waist, and it's extremely hard for me to find pants in any department store that's a 28 waist, but comfortable in the legs. It's either like slim fit in the legs, where I can't even get my goddamn calf in there, or get it out of the pant when I'm trying to take it off in the fitting room. I'm like falling over, shit like that. The lady at the fitting room is like 500 pounds, so it's fucking awkward where she's asking me, do they work? Do they fit? And I'm like, nah, they're too big. And, too small. And she's thinking like this fucking guy. You know what I mean? It's just awkward. So I tend to wear anything at this point, especially when it's spring. Listen, if you're in shape and you're cut, you're going to look good, you're going to feel good, and no matter what the fuck you're wearing. It doesn't even matter. That's something I noticed years ago, that there's two different kinds of sloppy. There's like heavy, sloppy, sweating, wearing weird shit. You take that same situation, wearing weird shit, and put it on a guy that's shredded and cut. He ain't sloppy, but the fat guy is. So it's more about being out of shape, being out of touch with who you are, what you're trying to be, who you're trying to be. This shit is so fucking good. And that's funny. That's funny to me. So you don't have a lot of nice clothes or heavy-set clothes. Like when I'm on the treadmill doing an hour, wearing a baggy sweatshirt and baggy sweatpants, sure, nobody can tell that I'm in really good shape, but I don't need them to know that I'm in really good shape. I know I'm in really good shape. I don't give a fuck about what other people think. I care what I think. Same shit with the haters. There's going to be haters. There's going to be people that try to convince you not to go to the gym, to eat out, to cheat on a meal. Those cats are fucking haters. Get them out of your circle. You'll achieve better success. I got the Hoka Clifton 9s that I'm rocking today. Just cardio. Scale could stop at any point, so while it's moving, and it'll eventually move again, but you can get stuck and plateau. Anybody who's plateaued knows sometimes you plateau for weeks. So while it's still moving, I'm taking full advantage of it. Keep my diet perfect. Going to sleep early. Last night I was off. Played Frisbee, rode bikes. I banged the gym super hardcore. I ate great. I had a good poop. It was an all-around killer day. And I got to bed at 9 o'clock. I was fucking exhausted. Remember, it's hot out here, so even in the spring, it's already starting to get warm. So it was nice to go to bed at 9, wake up at 4:30, no big deal. It's 6:25. I'm ready to walk out the door and bang the gym. I'll be there by 7. I'll be home by 8:30, and I'll be eating breakfast by 9, or maybe I'll hold off for a couple hours. I'm not sure. It all depends on if I'm hungry or not when I get to that point. But I digress. Day 5-7, make sure to crush it. Keep that mindset locked in. Keep to your word. Keep your integrity. Keep your discipline. Tomorrow, day 58. Hey, like, share, subscribe. And friggin' always, Take care of each other.